Good evening, Bhavna. How are you, beta?
Good evening, ma'am. How are you, ma'am? I'm fine, ma'am.
I'm fine, beta. And how's your preparation going on?
Good, ma'am.
Okay. So, how many chapters have you revised?
Ma'am, currently 5 chapters, ma'am.
Okay, good. Lakshmi, how are you, beta?
Yes, ma'am, I'm fine, ma'am. How are you,
How's
ma'am?
your preparation going on, beta?
It is good, ma'am.
That's very good. Children, kindly turn on your videos.
Ma'am,
Yes, beta?
ma'am, I actually have a problem with my webcam, so I cannot turn my video on.
Okay. So, let's start now. So, children, let's start with chapter number 1. In chapter number 1, basically, we have two things. First is HCF, LCM, and second is to prove the given irrational number is an irrational number, right? So, CQs, question will come, 100% question will come from HCF and LCM part. Fine, children? So, let's start. Screen is visible? So, first chapter is real numbers. So, in real number, first is HCF and LCM. Okay, the question, the type of question which can come in exam like this. If A is equal to P cube Q square and B is equal to P square Q, then find the HCF. One marker question. This type of question will come. So options will be given in the exam. Here I am not giving any options. So first of all, what you people will do, A is equal to P cube. So you will extend it. P cube you can write P into P into P into Q, right? In the same way, expand this P into P and Q. So our next step will be HCF. We know that HCF means highest common factor, right? Highest common factor. So now make the circle the common factor. P lies in both A and B, and another P is also lies in both, and Q also lies in both, right? A and B. So our HCF will be P into Q. So our answer will be P square Q. This is the answer. Clear, beta?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Meenu Thapar, good evening, beta. Kindly turn on your video. Now another is factor tree. This question also you have seen in your PYQs. In factor tree, they have given the factors like this. One, factors of X are जल्दी करो. X and X 195, and then again factors of this 195 is 3 and Y, and then factors of Y are 3 and 13. So find the value of X and Y. This type of question also came in your exam in case study question only. So find X and Y. So how we will find it? Bhavna,
Yes, ma'am.
how we
Ma'am,
will find it?
ma'am, for finding x, we have to multiply 195 and 3, ma'am.
Yes. Yeah, because these two are the factors. So 195 into 3. 3 fives are 15, 3 nines are 27 and 28, 3 ones are 3 and 2 5. And then value of Y will be?
Ma'am, and you have to, for y value, we have to divide 195 by 3.
Yeah, 195 by 3, or you can do one more thing. You can multiply these two factors, right? 3 and 30. Right, beta?
Yes, ma'am.
So 39 will be the answer. Now next is this type of question also I have seen in exam that show that 21 raised to the power n cannot and with the digits 0, 2, 4, 6 and or 8 for any natural number. This type of question also so many times came in board exam. So how we will solve it? Any idea? Bhavna, Lakshmi? Bhavna,
Yes, ma'am.
how we will solve it?
Ma'am, 21 factors are 7 and 3, ma'am, and it does not have 2 as its factors. And the digits mentioned there are 0, 2, 4, and 4, 6, or 8, which are factors of 2. So it will not.
Okay, okay. Okay, Viti.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, Vita.
Ma'am, what were you explaining till now?
So, Mukh, we are doing a bit of first chapter revision.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Expected questions we are doing. Okay. So, this type of question Bhavna was replying that show that 21 raised to the power n cannot end with the digit 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8 for any natural number. So, we know that children, if the unit place digit of any number is 0, 2, 4, or 8, 6, or 8, it means the given number should be divisible by 2 now. Right, children? We know that every natural number ends with 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8 is divisible by 2. So, therefore, 21 raised to the power n can ends with digits 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8. It must be divisible by 2, right, beta? It must be divisible by 2. So, it means this implies 2 divides 21 raised to the power n, but 21, but 2 is prime number. So, this implies 2 divides 21, but 2 does not divide 21. Because 21 never divisible by 2. Completely divisible because we can divide by 2 in the form of decimals. So, hence 21 raised to the power n cannot end with the digit 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8 for any natural number n. So, these lines you need to write only. For natural number. Aryan, good evening, beta. How are you?
Fine, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. How are you?
I'm also good, beta. Thank you so much. How's your preparation going on?
Good, ma'am. Like,
Very okay. And what about you, Sumuk?
Yes, ma'am, it's going good.
Okay. So now sometime this type of question also seen in the exam that explain why 11 into 13 into 15 into 17 plus 17 is a composite number. Is a composite number. So what do you mean by composite number, children? Which has more than 2 factors, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Right? So we will take this number 11 into 13 into 15 into 17 plus 17. You people will take 17 common. So 11 into 13 plus 15 plus 1. right? So now 17 into, multiply 11 into 13. 11 3s are 33. 11 1s are 11. 11 3 143 into 15 plus 1. Now by this, you will get to know that it has more than 2 factors. How? It has more than 2 factors. See, after simplified this bracket, you will get 17 factor, one as its factor and another this number, right? So therefore it has more than 2 factors. So therefore it is a composite number. Clear, beta?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, beta. Now next thing is, this type of question in 2 marks or 3 marks. 100% will come. Prove that root 2 is an irrational number. Instead of root 2, they can give you root 3, root 5, root 7, root 11, root 13. Okay. So how we will prove it? Quickly have a recap. How to prove it. My speed will be little bit high, children. So let root 2 is a rational number. So it means you can write rational number in the form of a by b, where b is not equal to 0, right? Next step, you have to squaring both sides. Then we get root 2 square is equal to a square by b square. Then 2 is equal to ac square. Cross multiply, children. A square is equal to 2b square. Then value of b square will be a square by 2. So by this fraction, what we have observed, that 2 is divisible by, 2 is this implies a square is divisible by 2. In the same way, if a square is divisible, it means a is divisible by 2. So therefore, 2 is the factor of a. Therefore, 2 is the factor of a. After this step, what you have to do? Let mark this equation as a. Now put b as a as 2c. If you have to prove that root 3 is an irrational number, then you will put a is equal to 3c. Right? If root 7 you have to prove, then you will put a is equal to 7c. So now squaring both sides, then put in equation a. It becomes 2c whole square is equal to 2b square. And then 4c square is equal to 2b square. Then it will be cancelled. So 2c square is equal to b square. Then value of c square will be b square upon 2. So now in the same way, b square is divisible by 2. So this implies b is also divisible by 2. So 2, therefore 2 is the factor of b. Right? So this is your equation 1 and this is your equation 2. So from equation 1 and 2, what we have concluded that? We have concluded that 2 is the common factor of a and b. Right, children? 2 is the common factor of a and b. But 2 is prime number. 2 is prime number. So factor this contradicts. At the end, you need to write this statement. This contradicts that A and B have common factors. Have no common factors except one. So therefore, root 2 is an irrational number. Understood, children, how we will prove it?
Yes, ma'am.
Aryan,
Yes,
Sumukh,
ma'am.
Lakshmi, Bhavna.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So in the same way, you can prove it. And sometime bell questions will also come, right? Like 3 bells are ringing at the same time. That after how many seconds or how many minutes they will run together, right? And see. Assertion is given. 2 minus root 3 is an irrational number. Sometime question can come in the form of this also, that prove that 2 minus root 3 is an irrational number. So if this question came in 2 marks, then you can solve like this only, that as we know that root 3 is an irrational number, therefore 2 minus root 3 is also irrational number. So if it is not mentioned that root 3 is an irrational number, so you have to write like this. Let us possible this is a rational number. So you will write in the form of a by b, where b is not equal to 0. After that, 2 minus ab, you can write root 3. So now this side is rational number, and you will prove that this is irrational number. So it contradicts our assumption. So therefore, because two sides must be equal. If they are not equal, it means that it contradicts our assumption. So therefore, 2 minus root 3 is an irrational number, right? So assertion is given here that 2 minus root 3 is an irrational number. And what is the reason they are giving behind it? That sum of the difference of rational irrational number is always an irrational number. So is it correct, beta? Sum or difference of rational and irrational number is always irrational number. Is it correct? Tell me. The reason given for the assertion, is it correct?
No. Yes, ma'am.
Is it correct now? So there will be 4 options. First will be both A and R are correct, and R is the correct explanation for assertion. Second option will be both A and R are correct, but R is not the
Ma'am,
reason of correct reason for the assertion. C option will be assertion is true and reason is false. Fourth will be reason is true and assertion is false. So A option will be the correct answer, right, beta? Because both are correct. Now come to polynomial chapter. So in polynomial, first of all, we have to practice only quadratic polynomial. Cubic are not in syllabus. Fine. So quadratic polynomial is ax square plus bx plus c. Take care of this thing. Never put it equal to 0. Because if you will put it equal to 0, then it will become an equation, right? So here, so it has highest power 2. So therefore it has 2 zeros. Right? And the graphical representation of this will be parabolic. Right? This will be like this shape, this shape, this shape, or this shape. Clear, beta? parabolic. So 2 zeros will be there for the quadratic. For linear, 1 0 will be there. For cubic, 3 zeros are there. So sometime the graph will be given like this, and they will ask you how many zeros are there. So what you need to check? You have to check where the graph cuts the x-axis. So it cuts at 4 points. So therefore 4 zeros are there. Okay. So this is ax square plus bx plus c. So sum the zeros, alpha plus beta. Let alpha and beta be the zeros. So sum of the zeros will be always equal to minus b by a, and product of the zeros is always equal to c by a. These two formula, one more formula is also there. If sum of the zeros and product of the zeros are given, the zeros are given, then how will you form the quadratic polynomial? It will be k times x square minus sum of the zeros into x plus product of the zeros. Screen is visible, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now see which type of question will come. So if 2 is the 0, 2 is the 0 of the given quadratic polynomial kx square plus 5x plus 3, then find the value of k. In MCQ it will come, find the value of k. So how we will find it? For us calculating MCQ, no need to write any step. Just do it. K into 2 square. Put the value of x as 2 plus 5 into 2 plus 3 is equal to 0. Then 4k plus 13 is equal to 0. Then 4k is equal to minus 13. Then value of k will be minus 13 by 4. Clear, beta? Clear, children, what we are doing?
Yes, ma'am.
Now the question. If 1 0 of quadratic polynomial 2x square minus 3x plus p is 3, then find value of p and other 0. So what we can do here? So 1 0 is given. You can do this question by two methods. One, you can put the value of x as 3 here, put it equal to 0. Or you can find sum of zeros. Sum of zeros will be minus b by a, right? So alpha plus beta is equal to 3 by 2, right, children? And they are saying 1 0 is 3. And another 0 you need to calculate. So 3 plus beta is equal to 3 by 2. Then value of beta will be 3 by 2 minus 3. Now take the LCM. 3 minus 6 by 2. So minus 3 by 2. Got it? Another 0 we have calculated. Now we have to find value of p. So how we will find it? Find the product of the zeros. Product of zeros will be c by a. So it means alpha multiplied by beta. So P by 2. Now put the values of alpha and beta. Alpha is 3, beta is minus 3 by 2 is equal to P by 2. So minus 9 by 2 is equal to P by 2. 2 cancels, the value of P will be minus. Got it, children? Please tell me.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now next is if alpha and beta are the zeros of 2x square minus 5x plus 3, then find the value of alpha square plus beta square. This type of question so many times asked, and second part is alpha by beta plus beta by alpha. So no need to take any tension. What you need to do in these type of question, first of all, find the sum of the zeros, alpha plus beta. So alpha plus beta will be minus b by a. So 5 by 2. And then product of the zeros will be c by a. So 3 by 2. Fine. Now we want alpha square plus beta square. So it means you can consider the sum of the zeros and squaring both sides. So a square plus b square plus 2ab is equal to 25 by. Now put the value of alpha beta. So alpha square plus beta square plus 2 into 3 by 2 is equal to 25 by 2 cancel. So alpha square plus beta square will be
13
equal
by
to
4.
25 by 4 minus 3. Yes, beta. So alpha square plus beta square will be 25 minus 12, 13 by 4, right? This is the answer. Got it, children? Now for second part, alpha upon beta plus beta upon alpha. Just take the LCM alpha beta and it will be
Ma'am,
alpha
13 by
square plus
6.
beta square. Yes. Now put the 13 by 4 and alpha beta is 3 by 2. So 13 by 4 into 2 by 3. So it will be 13 by 6. Got it? Now see next question. If the if the zeros of the polynomial ax square plus bx plus c are in ratio 4:5, then prove that 20b square is equal to 81 AC. So in this type of questions also you need to calculate the sum of the zeros because zeros are given in the ratio, right? So it means let zeros are 4x and 5x. Fine. So find sum of the zeros. 4x plus 5x will be equal to minus b by a. So 9x is equal to minus b by 8. Clear, beta? So value of x will be minus b upon 9x. Now calculate product of the zeros. So 4x into 5x is equal to c by a. So 20x square is equal to c by a. So 20. So b square upon 81 a square is equal to c by a. So 20b square is equal to 81 a square c by a. A cancel. So 20b square is equal to 81 AC. Hence proved. Understood? Understood, beta?
Yes, ma'am.
Be energetic, children. Now, next is find a quadratic polynomial if zeros are given. Instead of sum of the zeros only, zeros are given. Whose zeros are 3 minus root 5 and 3 plus root 5. So to form a quadratic polynomial, first of all, you need to calculate the sum. So sum will be 3 minus root 5 plus 3 plus root 5. So root 5 cancel, 3 plus 3 is 6. Then 3 minus root 5 into 3 plus root 5. So a minus b and a plus b, it will be 3 square minus root 5 square. So 9 minus 5, it will be 4. Clear? So now you can
X
form a
square
quadratic
minus 6x
equation.
plus 4.
Yes, polynomial will be k times x square minus 6x plus 4. Now when k is equal to 1, so quadratic polynomial will be x square minus 6x plus 4. Okay? Now next is linear equation in two variables. So in linear equation in two variable, basically we have two linear equations in standard form, right? So there will be three conditions. First of all, one is when a1 upon a2 is not equal to b1 upon b2. Case second, when a1 upon a2 is equal to b1 upon b2, not equal to c1 upon c2. Third case, when a1 upon a2 is equal to b1 upon b2 is equal to c1 upon c2. So, when these type of ratios will not be equal, a1 upon a2 is not equal to b1 upon b2, then lines will be intersecting. Lines are intersecting, it means they will intersect only at one point. So, therefore, unique solution. And if a solution is there, it means system is consistent. Fine. So, in the same way, if a1 upon a2 is equal to b1 upon b2, not equal to c1 upon c2, this type of ratio you will get, it means the lines are parallel. It means they will never meet. So lines are parallel. So if they will not meet, it means no solution would be there. And third one, there will be no solution. Therefore, system is inconsistent. Fine. And if these three ratios are equal, then lines are coincident. It means the points of second line will lie on the first line only. So it means infinitely many solution, coincident line. Solutions are infinitely many. And system is consistent. So sometimes these type of questions can be asked that find the value of k. Find the value of k if the system of equation has no solution. Has no solution. So for no solution and the equation are kx plus 3y is equal to k minus 2. And second is 12x plus ky is equal to k. So first of all, you will write in standard form. So kx plus 3y minus k minus 2 is equal to 0. And then second will become 12x plus ky minus k is equal to 0. Right? Now, after that, you will write value of a1, but this type of question will come in MCQ only, so you can do direct. K by 12 is equal to 3 by k is equal to no solution, so minus k minus 2 upon minus k. Minus minus cancel, now solve it. So multiply, so the two cases would be there. K square is equal to 36. So value of k will be plus minus 6, and you can take 3 by k is equal to k minus 2 upon k. Then cross multiply, 3k is equal to k square minus 2. K cancel. So k is equal to 3 plus 2, 5. Right, children? K is not equal to k minus, k is not equal to 5. So these type of questions can be asked in the form of MCQ. Sometimes they will give you that the given equations have infinitely many solutions. That third condition you will apply. Okay. And they will give you that system of equation as unique solution. So first condition you will apply. Then you can find the value of k. Clear? Now next is if in exam that solve the following linear equation, if it will mention that by substitution method, then only you have to apply substitution method. Else you can use any one of the method, either substitution or elimination method. Okay. So you know, children, substitution method and elimination method.
Yes, ma'am.
Now see, these type of questions. 43x plus 67y is equal to minus 24, and 67x plus 43y is equal to 24. This is NCERT exemplar question. And children, see here, when you will get alternate values or opposite values of coefficients of x and y. So what you need to do, see here coefficient of x is 3, and in another equation, the coefficient of y is also 43. Right? In first equation, coefficient of x is also 67. So in this type of question, what you need to do, you will add first of all both the equations. Right? So add them. What you will get when you will add 110x plus 110y is equal to 0. So now divide by 110. So x plus y is equal to 0. Let mark this equation as A. Now solve for second one. What you will do? You will subtract both equations. Okay, so subtract. You will get on subtracting minus 24x plus 24y is equal to minus 48. Now divided by minus 24. So x minus y is equal to 200. Right? Now you have two equations, x plus y is equal to 0 and x minus y. Now both having same coefficients and they are having alternate sign. Y has here minus and here is plus. So you will add both them. Then 2x is equal to 2. So value of x will be 1. Now put this value of x in equation A. So 1 plus y is equal to 0. So therefore value of y will be minus 1. This is the answer. So in this way, you people need to solve the question. Okay, children? Okay, now you people will revise these 3 chapters thoroughly, and tomorrow we will revise. I will try to revise 4th, 5th, and 6th chapter, and 7 also. Right, beta?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, children, and tomorrow we will meet at the same time.
Okay, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye.
Okay, bye bye, beta.